chair gonna fall. What it is, what it do, what it be, it's your girl Double T, and I am back at it again with another video. Y'all see me coming out here with this new content, you feel me? So I just thought, during this quarantine, while I clearly have nothing to do, sitting here just breathing. So for today, I decided to do a story time. I wasn't sure what to do. I saw on like Instagram just like this little post of a bunch of like first time. So like it was I'm not gonna go through it because I might do a couple of the other ones, but one of them that you guys have requested that I did was a story time about my first time getting a hickey, and let's just say that was like a very traumatic experience. It all started in the 8th grade. I was aged 13 and I fell in love. Psych! I was in 8th grade, and I was like 13, I think. No, I don't think I was even 13 yet, guys. I think I was still like 12 going on 13, or 13 going on 14. I don't remember, but it's somewhere in that age. I was in the 8th grade, and I had me a little boo thing. What? I was that back then. I was that. So you feel me? I definitely had my little mans, and underneath my friend now, her and her mans, I swear, like I was the second runner-up couple within the school, because as the kings and queens of Ramblewood Middle School during that time as 8th grade, I was on top. So I had me with my little mans or whatever. We was dating for maybe like 3 or 4 months. We weren't really doing anything at first. Like we was just like talking consistently or whatever, and like I couldn't go nowhere. For those of y'all that don't know, my parents are strict. I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. I stay myself in my house and do my schoolwork and go to work and come home. I don't have a social life. I don't. You can ask all of my friends. I don't do nothing. Except for like those really close friends that can actually get me out to go to a restaurant, but that's about it. Y'all know all I do is eat. So we weren't really doing anything until I was like, oh, shoot, let's get a little risky. So he was like, oh, like we should try and like go on like dates and go out and like see each other and whatnot. I'm just like, nigga, I don't know how we finna do that when I live right across the street from the school. How you gonna make it make sense? So we was like, trying to draw up some ideas or whatever, and he was like, oh, like we could go to like to a park or something like that. And I don't remember how we like got around to it, but eventually our conclusion came down to going to like the little park behind the school, right? So we would go there and just like hang out with friends. He was on the track team, so like sometimes after the track practice we go hang out there or whatever. And there was just this one time, I guess, I don't remember if he had track practice that day, but we waited till all our little friends, we was waiting at the front of the school. Everybody don't want to talk about that little side part of the school where the gate was. That's where everyone was hanging out at before they went home and got picked up by their parents. We was hanging out with everyone there, and it was just like, oh, we're gonna see you guys later, and let me backtrack. Like I said, I got strict parents. My dad was always the first car waiting in the front to get me and go home, because he was always ready for me to get home. So I had to text him before that. I was just like, oh, so dad, like I got band practice today, because we trying to rehearse for like the NBA concert. That's coming up. You remember that? Yeah. So I'm just gonna text you when I'm ready to get picked up, okay? So I was like, I already told him that, so my car wasn't there. Thankfully my car was not there. So waited till we was done talking to all my friends, And then we went around the other way to go start walking to the park. So we start walking to the park or whatever, and we just having like, I guess, regular conversation. We get there, we're just playing, relaxing. I remember swinging on little swing sets, you know, just being awkward little kids. We ended up sitting down at this like little table, like, you know, like the little table that they be having at them parks. So we were sitting there and just, I think we were just talking, and then we started, you know, we started making out or whatever, right? And I was like, it was okay. It was okay. And then, mind you, I never really like had like a boyfriend or anything like that. Like, he was like my first boyfriend.
And
Voila. No, so that was my second boyfriend, and my first one was in 6th grade. I was really just, it only lasted like 2 weeks. I only did it because everyone told me to. But anywho, I really hadn't kissed anybody before.
How you, I'm saying, how, like, talk to me.
I was just trying to figure it out as I go. So I was making out, and I guess it was good because he kept going, right? And he kept going, and he ended up, you know, going this way. So I was like, okay, go ahead then. So he like kissed on my neck or whatever, and like I could definitely feel what was going on. I was just like, me being the first timer, I was like, oh, this been a little, it feel good, but I mean, it feel like a little different. I don't know what's going on here, right? So that happened. We kept making out, and it was over. So I was like, okay. And then he was like, oh, I gave you a little something there. I was like,
Huh?
What? You did what? He was like, I gave you a hickey. It's kind of obvious. And he kept rubbing it. I was like, cuh, like, it's not gonna go away. It's not just gonna disappear. It ain't like you like colored me or something like that. He kept like doing that. I was just like, what the am I going to say to my parents when I get home? I remember so clearly that day too. I didn't have no braids. I couldn't just be like, hey. I couldn't do that. No, I had short hair. Actually, no. I had pretty long hair. My hair was like right here. You know, that was long to me back then. Cause now this short bob going on is not cutting, and my hair is not thick. Like y'all seen in my. Go ahead and view my other video. Finally took out my braids and, you know, put these locks in. But you can go see that and see how short my hair is and how not thick it is. It's just there. So it's not like my hair was just gonna magically layer over that and cover it up. So I'm like, how the So that day I went home with his jacket, you know? I'm pretty sure that was the first day I came home with it. And it was a nice jacket too. I remember it was a Nike jacket, nice and big. It was blue and gray, a navy blue at that. And you know, I had to take that booger home because I wasn't sure how I was gonna get home. So I already had it on. Well, I think I put it on before I pulled up back to the school. Not pull up, I can't drive. But I went back to the school grounds where my dad was gonna pick me up. For that, of course, I called him and was just like, oh hey, like I'm ready, like yeah, I'm ready. When I got back to the school grounds, I'm wearing the jacket already, and I see the car already sitting there, and it was like the back half of the car. Like I'm pretty sure it was only the back half, right? But I see it, I was like,
oh, why are you sitting there? He's supposed to be all the way at the front, not right there.
So when I seen it, I was like, I gotta prepare myself. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be like, hey, school was good today. You ready? I swear that was literally what was going through my head. I was just like, how am I gonna act? Cause like he right there out of nowhere for some reason. So I'm like, okay. But this is what really happened. You ready? I swear to y'all, that's was like, you ready to go? He was like, yeah, how was school and practice? I was like, it was good. It was good, you know? Had a lot of fun, you know? Yeah. Mind you, the jacket is like, it's already dark, and I kind of had it, you know, like kind of. So it was covering it for sure, so I wasn't really worried about it. We get home, and I was like, okay, I need to see what I'm looking at, because I don't know what it looks like at all. We get in the house. I tried to act as calm as possible. Walked in there. I was like, okay, gonna go do some homework in my room. Okay, I dropped my stuff off and I went straight in that bathroom. I was like, first gotta pee, because I've been holding it for a good like 2 hours, messing around with that little boy. So I did that. Then I looked in the mirror. That booger was huge. I was like, what was he thinking? Well, I was like, and look, y'all may not have seen me. I know, to me, honestly, I look dark when I look back at my videos. I look a little like I don't know, like when I look at myself in the mirror and look at the video, I look lighter for some reason. And because I do, that looked so dark on my skin. I was like, why? What am I gonna do? So you know what I did? I was like, I called up my cousin. I was like, what do I do? I don't remember if I called him or texted him, but I know for sure. I was like, so what do I do? And she was just like, oh, you gotta cover that up somehow. I was just like, what do I gonna do? I was trying to make sure that anything I had, I made sure it covered. This was me walking around the house. I was like, y'all, it's cold. It's not, y'all don't think it's cold in here? No. Literally the color of the jacket, if not like a little bit lighter, it was close enough. My mama came home. Boy, it was on and popping when my mama came home. When she came home, she was like, she didn't ask about the jacket actually. She saw it afterwards. It was like, so whose jacket is that? I was like, it's mine. Duh. You know, like my friend bought it. It's just not the right size. She ain't believe that. She left it alone though. Other than that, and I was good for that night. And then the next day though, I was sitting on the couch after school, and I was talking to my dad. I was sitting on the couch, and he was like right there, right? So it was, I'm pretty sure it was on this side. So I was turning around talking to him or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know what we was talking about, but I was turning around like this. And he was talking to me. He was like, what's that? What's that on your... What is that? I'm looking at him like, what is what? What are we looking at? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. He looking at me like, it looked like you got something on your neck. I was like, I don't know what you talking about, to be honest. I really don't. What do you see? What do you see? Tell me. By that day it was a little faded, so I was able to get away with it to a certain degree. But he was like, it looked like, you know, it looked like you got something on your neck. I was like, no, I don't. It's just the lighting. You see, it's just the lighting. He was like, oh. You didn't bruise yourself or nothing? I was like, not that I can think of. You know, I don't think so. I might have hit myself in the shower or something, but I didn't notice it. I don't know what you were looking at, Dad. To this day, they don't know a single thing. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave it with a like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm coming at y'all with some better videos, some different content, you know. Just trying to But, you know, if you get a hickey, just say it was the lighting. I catch y'all in the next video, y'all.